It's been quite a weekend all across the country, from Washington to the West and points in between. Here's correspondent Robert Costa.
Washington, D.C. was a sprawling stage yesterday for the U.S. Army's 250th birthday. At its center was the Commander-in-Chief, President Donald Trump, who marked his 79th birthday the same day. In recent months, Trump pushed to expand what was going to be a relatively low-key celebration into an extravaganza that could cost up to $45 million.
Thank you to the greatest, fiercest, and bravest fighting force ever to stride the face of this earth, the United States Army.
The sight of the president reveling in the display of American firepower was yet another flashpoint in our divided country, thrilling his supporters and alarming his critics. Since the presidency of George Washington, large military parades in the Capitol have been rare.
This is a coalition of flags.
The last was held 3 decades ago after Operation Desert Storm.
And while troops paraded here in Washington, in other parts of America, protesters lined the streets, voicing their opposition to the president.
Government's out of control.
The gatherings were part of what organizers called No King's Day, a catch-all for people in more than 1,500 cities and towns who say the president is acting like a monarch.
This was an act of targeted political violence.
In Minnesota, protests were initially put on hold after what Governor Tim Walz called the politically motivated shooting of 2 Democratic politicians and their spouses. State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark both died, while State Senator John Hoffman and wife Yvette are expected to survive. A manhunt for the suspected killer, Vance Belter, continues. Yesterday's mass protests up and down the state of California were largely peaceful, though in downtown Los Angeles, police moved late in the day to disperse lingering crowds.
I hereby declare this to be an unlawful assembly to immediately disperse.
Against this backdrop, the confrontation between the White House and local leadership is ongoing.
We are staying here to liberate this city from the socialist and the burdensome leadership that this governor and that this mayor have placed on this country.
The fallout continues from Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's Thursday press conference.
I'm Senator Alex Padilla.
Where California U.S. Senator Alex Padilla, a Democrat, was forcibly removed by federal agents.
On Friday, a federal judge declared the president's move to federalize California's National Guard illegal. But the president is appealing the decision. So for now, the Guard, as well as U.S. Marines, will remain deployed under Trump's command.